Alright, so Adu-Poku, can you tell us what was the key match for you at the nationals?
Yeah, definitely. It wasn't one of my games, but the game between Smart and Kwabena was extremely important for me. That was on the last day of play. I had lost to Kwabena on the second day of play, so going into the final day where Kwabena would only play 2 games, he was in the lead, and if he had won both of those 2 games, he would have won, and I couldn't do anything about it. So I had to kind of rely on one of those 2 people, at least taking a point off him, because I needed him to, even if he won 1 and drew 1, he would still have won. I needed him to lose 1 or draw both. So he was playing Smart in the first game of that day, and so I was just having over their board.
Yeah, like Magnus Carlsen at the Reward Rapid. Yeah.
Yeah, and he played very well. He played very, very well. He just won a very smooth game, and I was very, very happy. I mean, now it was back into my hands. You know, like if I won my last 2 games, I would win. So yeah, that game was I think the game I was most jubilant about.
Yeah.
The match that led to your victory.
I'm 2 seconds away from giving Adu-Poku the match of his life. One day when he's free, we'll record a match, best of 3, 15 plus 10, and I'm going to give him a 3-0. I'm going to beat him 3-0. I'm saying it today. If I don't get the 3-0, guys, what do I do?
Nah. To me, I think Adu-Poku should be giving Smart part of his prize money.
Oh, he should. Similar with Magnus Carlsen, he should give Fabiano, Nepo, and he should just give them all the money. Like, he shouldn't take it. I mean,
no, not all the money. Like, let's say, like he's responsible for like 10% of the victory. If I'm being all Adu-Poku disagree with me. 10% of the victory.
No, 50%.
I disagree. What has won his own prize money? He doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Let's go now to the Tema Classics, which you participated in and won. And in 6 years, is it 6 years? 6 or 5 years of, let me say almost 6 years of foreign dominance on a Ghanaian tournament. That is the Tema Classics. The first edition was won by Lionel. Second edition won by Kwabena, and the rest were won by one was won by Togolese, and then the next all were won by Nigerians. So you've ended the Nigerian dominance on the Tema Classics. How does it feel?
It feels good.
Feels good.
Yeah. I'm not unhappy. Yes. I mean, there were a lot. I mean, basically all the Ghanaians wanted one of us to win. Yes, so we were all happy, like the organizers or the Ghanaian players. We all didn't want another foreigner to win. Fortunately, we had just 2 like higher rated ones this year. I think some of the other years they've been even more, so it makes it more difficult.
Yeah.
So this was a good year to try and take that cup back. So yeah, it was a fun tournament. I think I played quite well. I think I played better than the nationals, so I'm happy with that. And I didn't lose rating for once. I mean, I won the nationals and still lost 8 points.
That's the sad thing about key factors.
And I wanted to get the title. Like, I really wanted to get the title. So the rating was kind of important to me. So I kept saying that getting the title was even more important to me than winning it. I really didn't care much for winning the tournament. I mean, there are stronger players there, so if one of them wins, I wouldn't go back home disappointed or anything. But getting the title is what I really wanted to aim for.
Right now, you can play in Title Tuesday. How do you feel?
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally what I want to. I sincerely, you know, I was thinking, like, I was making plans in this year to not like necessarily get back into competitive chess, But at least to get a 2000 rating and then candidate master, of course you can't do it in 1 year, but I was trying to think about ways and means of doing it, and like sincerely speaking, it's almost impossible. Like sincerely, like if I could just end chess and be like I was a master, I don't care if it was candidate master, FIDE master, national master, arena master, international master, or whatever, I would have been crazy about it. Yeah. So getting a candidate.
Can you help me convince my brother that he should forget about competitive chess and just focus on coaching?
I am focusing on coaching. That's the whole point of PMChess, right? It's about coaching, and so guys.
Yeah, this is keeps on dreaming of candidates and FIDE master. If you guys
are interested, I'm giving a shameless plug here. If you guys have stuck here for so long and you're enjoying the podcast, down in the description you see how you can get me for coaching. Don't let my FIDE rating deceive you. Adu-Poku, what do you think is my FIDE rating? That's a trivia question for you before the trivia session. What do you think is my FIDE rating?
Adu-Poku, what do you think his FIDE rating is? I'm actually curious. What do you think his FIDE rating is?
Yeah, no, stop Googling it. He's Googling it. I can see he's Googling it. What is it? Stop. I can see he's Googling it. What is my FIDE rating? What is my FIDE rating?
I'm going to hazard a guess. This is tough. What would your FIDE rating?
Yeah, not my actual strength, my FIDE rating.
Yeah, I think it's something like. Is it something like? If I say something too low, it will be like.
I don't want to give any hints here. What do you think?
Something like 1250.
Close, very close. It's not 1250, but it's very close.
1,300.
I'm 1303. 1303. I'm not 1300. 1303. That's how the. You know, so whenever someone asks me like, "What's your rating?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm 1900." I just mentioned the Lichess rating and I'm done. Like 1970. I'm not interested in any other thing.
Anyways, Adu-Poku. Looking at the summer classics, and look at how. What I have to ask you is, the summer classics has a prize pool of 19,000 Ghana cedis. Yeah, the nationals flattered cedis. Let me see. The first place prize for. I don't know the prize pool for the nationals, but I have to compare the first place prize to the nationals' first place prize. The first place prize for the nationals open was 5,000 Ghana cedis. The first place prize for that's it, nationals. The first place prize for the Tema Classics Open section was 5,000 Ghana cedis. The first place prize for the nationals 2,500. What do you think is different? What do you think attract sponsors to the Tema Classics, and what do you think trues of sponsors for the nationals, in your opinion, your personal opinion?
Yeah, it was 2,000 for the nationals.
2,000 for the nationals. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about the work that goes into getting sponsors, and I have no idea. But
it feels weird. It feels weird because Nightmares is what, a community club, right?
Yeah, it's just a club. It feels strange, yeah, that's for sure. I think they are more connected from what I could see. A lot of the sponsors were associated with the leadership of the Nightmares Club in some way, you know. So yeah, they are just probably better connected. But yeah, it does feel strange. It does feel strange for sure, but I don't. But the tournament itself is very well organized. Like even apart from the fund, it was very professionally organized. So yeah, the dates were known like half a year in advance or something crazy like that. Like it's just a more serious organization. So that probably also plays a role. But I think the main reason is that they're just more connected because
Alicia Hotel, KGL. Foundation, what was it called? Mobius, so many. They had a lot of sponsors.
Okay,
it was quite impressive.
This is I'm going to be, as always, the bearer of bad news here. This is a selfish thing here. This is purely selfish. Okay, so I know if you want to say, oh, he's being selfish. Yes, I am being selfish right now. I really did enjoy the tournament, but with how high level the tournament was, I was expecting, I'm sorry to say, that at least one board would be published online for streaming purposes. That's what I'm saying. It's personal. Because one of the things that, okay, like the streaming aspect of PMChess is to help people, first of all, who don't understand chess, to understand what is going on in chess tournament, right?
Yeah, but if we didn't approach them, we should have approached them.
Who didn't approach them?
We didn't approach them. I'm sure they might have. What is the word I'm looking for?
No, it's a question we usually ask, right? Every time there's a tournament, it's a question we usually pose and ask, that will there be electronic boards? And mostly the answers we get are yes. And it ends up being there's no electronic boards being posted there. And I feel like for us to get to a certain level of chess in Ghana, people should be able to see that tournaments are happening, right? People should be able to see that tournaments are happening. And sometimes you don't even hear about it, you don't see it anywhere, right? So I'm thinking that if, like Nigeria does on Follow Chess, it allows like people to know that, okay, there's something happening here. Basically is where my stretch is coming from. And please, mind you, it's not easy. If you guys would check my BCA tournament that I streamed, it was 5 hours. During the stream, you would see me dozing. It's not an easy thing streaming a tournament, but I feel like if we did have that, people would be like interested, like, wait, I can get on TV or I can get on the internet and my games can be viewed live. Like, imagine this, like your mom can watch you playing against the best tournament. Like, your mom can watch you playing against Adu-Poku and crashing Adu-Poku, and she's like, yeah, that's my boy. Like, I feel like that would be very nice, because parents come to see.
But you see, here's also another thing. They were on Metro TV as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, but Metro TV just says that, okay, a tournament was played, that was it. Beyond that, we don't know exactly what happened. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to talk about making people understand exactly what is going on in plain language. Like my streams with Adu-Poku, I always enjoy my streams with Adu-Poku, though he's always laughing at my students because they keep playing a strange opening. But yeah, I feel like if people have that kind of opportunity, they would really be more interested. You know, we've been talking about driving chess. So it's one of the things that, for me, it still irks me about like most tournaments in Ghana. I'm not saying have all the boards. I understand the difficulty of internet, like having so many yes, yes, please. Yeah, he's with me.
No, Auntie Rabba wants one of you to open the gate for her.
I forgot. Like, I just remembered I have to press the mute button. Oh my goodness! Wow. So what was I?
Let's move on.
Okay, I can't fix this in post. Okay.
So let's move on. Let's move on. So from the looks of things, the Tema Classics. Okay, no, I wouldn't say the Tema Classics, because I've always felt the President's Cup is the biggest tournament in Ghana chess. It's been that for a very long time, but the Tema Classics is actually quite close if you look at things from the organizing standpoint and the sponsorship standpoint as well. Or let me see if you guys agree. President's Cup over Tema Classics, PCB.
You know, I feel like now that it's very obvious to us that Nightmares have connections, I feel like we could probe them to support the President's Cup. I'm not so sure if it's going to beat the Tema Classics, but definitely I believe it's going to surpass the previous years of President's Cup. That's basically what I think.
President's Cup over Tema Classics, yes or no?
I think in the past 2 years, the Tema Classics have been bigger. The price, the participation have been better. I don't think there's much. Yeah. I mean, in terms of name, the President's Cup is supposed to be our flagship tournament, but at least for the past 2 years, because we used to have some sponsorship.
True.
I think from FIDE for the President's Cup. So
And
that's
recent co as well.
And Kasparov Chess Foundation.
yeah. But then for the last 2 years, the FIDE, I think the FIDE bit wasn't coming. So Tema Classics has been bigger. I don't know about this year what happened, but
So
Okay, no problem. Time now for the trivia section.
oh, not this segment.
yes.
Time for the trivia section where we ask our guests a couple of questions related to the Ghana chess, maybe even Africa chess, and we find out how much they know. So, Adu-Poku, I'm going to ask you a question. So, you participated in the Tema Classics. You are the third Ghanaian to win the competition. The other Ghanaians are Lionel and Akwanda. But the competition has been dominated by Nigerian winners. Who has won the most Tema Classics?
It's not online, bro. It's not online.
Who has won the most Tema Classics?
Wow. Is this a trick question? I mean, I don't think there's been a repeat winner. I think there've been 8. This was the 8th, and I think there've been 8 different winners, unless I'm mistaken. So
you are correct. There has not been a repeat winner of the President's Cup. Kennedy Onufune would have been the first repeat winner of the President's Cup, but you beat him too. And I say of the Tema Classics, sorry.
Yeah.
You beat him. Okay, so my next question. Out of the 8 winners of the President's Cup, there has been 1 police winner. Which year did you win the competition?
You thought I was going to say who was it?
I know.
If I said who was it, you die. So just the year. I just want the year. You get bonus points for mentioning his name.
Okay, let's see if we can do this. So 2023 is the 8th edition, yes. So it would be 21, it would be 2019. So I think it was the 3rd edition, and if my math served me right, the 3rd edition should have been in 2018. I think it was the 3rd edition. I think it's Noel Fume. I think he's only Tokoli strong enough to win a tournament in Ghana. So I would guess Noel Fume in 2018. You're muted.
Sorry. You said you guess who?
Noel Fume in 2018.
Fume in 2018. You are wrong. The person is correct, but the year is wrong. It is Fume in 2017.
2017. But,
yes.
So it was the 2nd or the 3rd? So it was the 2nd.
It was the 3rd edition of the...
Yeah, it was the 3rd.
3rd edition of the...
COVID, the year of 2020 never existed.
Yeah.
All right, so the next question is... I have a lot of questions here, so I'm now picking which one to ask you.
Okay, so whilst he's picking a question, I have a simple question, a much simpler question. This is not a big trivia question. I think everybody knows the answer to this question. But in the game, in the famous game 6, between Bobby Fischer and Boris Spassky, the famous game 6, right? What opening, okay, did Bobby Fischer transpose into? Not the opening he started with. What opening did he transpose into? Don't worry if you can't give me the sub name. Okay, you know, openings have a specific name. Like we have Sicilian, and then we have the what do you call it, Najdorf Sicilian. If you can just give me the main opening name, what did he transpose into?
I'm sorry. Why do you think everybody knows this again?
Why does everybody know this? I think it's very like the hint here is that he played into Spassky's strength. Spassky was noted for a specific variation.
The only person. Okay, no, that's only person.
Wait, let me confirm myself. If I asked him what opening did he start with, you can easily say it. Like you can. Let me.
Which person? Which person?
What's his name? Bobby Fischer. He transposed into a certain opening. Okay.
Oh man. I think, was that the knight h5 game? There was a game where he did this crazy knight h5 thing. I'm just figuring out.
I think it was game 6. Yeah. Let me confirm that I'm right before Adu-Poku says that.
What opening was that being?
Exactly. It was that.
There was a knight h5, which means was there a pawn on g6? God.
The hint is that. The hint, if you know Boris Spassky and you know the opening he played, it was rumored that he never lost in that opening. So I'm not saying that you should give me the full like variation. Like if you can say it's Sicilian, say Sicilian. If you can say, you don't have to say the Najdorf Sicilian, right? So if it's Sicilian, say Sicilian. If it's Italian, say Italian. But what opening did he transpose into?
Yeah, I don't think it was an e4 opening. Yes, it should be d4. I feel like it's either. My initial thoughts were either a Nimzo or a King's Indian, but because it's Bobby, it could also be a Benoni. This is
during game 6. Bobby opened in a way he never really opens. I think he only opened that way once. So the moment he played the first move, everybody was shocked because he has never started a game like that, as known to them. Bobby was known for e4, but he started e4 and then occasionally. Bobby was white, yeah. He was noted for e4 and d4, but he was rarely noted for other things.
I see. I was operating on the assumption that he was black.
No, he was white.
So if Bobby Fischer plays d4, Spassky play. I guess then that it was a Nimzo. And Nimzo Indian defense. I've made. I don't know. I'd say Nimzo final.
Okay, so you are in the like right brackets because it comes out of that, but it was a Queen's Gambit declined. That was basically it. He started with c4, if you recall. But Fischer started with c4, and he doesn't usually start with it. If I said c4, everybody knows English, right? So they transposed into the Queen's Gambit decline, and the interesting thing about that was that Bobby Fischer transposed into a line where it was said that Boris Spassky rarely loses. So he played into Boris Spassky's strength and crashed him. The famous game. I thought you would know that.
The chestnut.
I thought it's game 6. Who doesn't know game 6? That's why I thought it was so easy. It was game 6.
Anyways, final trivia question. You started according to PD when they noted you playing chess in 2016 or professionally in 2016. Who won the 2018 GCA Nationals? And how many points did they win by? Because it's easy. I want how many points they won by. That's the most important thing to me.
So 2018. 2016 was Lionel.
Yes.
So 2018 would probably be it's either Hassel or Kanda. God, who took it from Lionel? This is I did. Remember who took from Lionel, then the person probably handed over. I know they switched hands. 2018.
That is the reason why I didn't say 2017 and I said 2018. But if you don't lie, I don't want 2016. Whoever won 2017 probably handed it over to the next guy.
Yeah.
So 2018.
Yeah. Was an Olympiad that year?
It wasn't Olympiad that year.
I don't know.
So.
I would guess that it was. Last time I said a lot of passports and they're all wrong. So this time, let me say. No, but this time I say Kwabena and it's passport, then it will be very.
I don't know the answer to this one, so
I'm
yeah.
going to say it was. Wait, 2018. I think didn't Ben play this one?
Ben Anwar, yeah, he did. He plays 7.
Yeah. I'm going to say it was FIDE Master Hasford, but the points, it will be a 10-player round robin, so 9 rounds. How many points would they win by? Let me say 7.5.
How much?
7.5.
Okay, so you are right. It was FIDE Master Hasford, but you are wrong about the points. He won by 7 points. Tied with International Master Eric Akwanda, 7 points. And third place was Candidate Master Lionel Edu Jr.
Oh, but I'm literally impressed with how much, like, he's always very close. Yeah, if it were me, I would have guessed like the totally wrong thing. So it's actually quite like impressive.
From 2016 to 2020, should I say 2020? It's always been Hasford.
Yeah,
Hasford, Akwanda.
Yes, but
Hasford, Akwanda.
Yeah.
How is that difficult?
Yeah, but I mean, no, but like he said 7.5, which is close to 7, which is actually
but that which is wrong. It's 7.
Yeah, by 0.5. Yeah. So at least I think you got 1.5 out of 4.
I feel like you should take your question out of it.
True, let's take his question out of it.
My question was literally not that. Do you know what I was? Do you know the actual question I was going to ask?
What were you going to ask?
In a game between Mikauta, I've forgotten his opponent's name. I would have researched and I'll show it to you. But in a game between Mikauta and another person, he said that he imagined something, and that's when he sacrificed his knight. What did he imagine? That's what I would have killed you with. Oh, you see that? So you remember that one? You remember him, the drowning hippo? You remember the drowning hippo, but you don't remember a Queen's Gambit decline. Yeah.
Okay, no, I said, who said that at some point in time she was seeing chess, everybody has chess pieces. A famous female chess player at a point in an interview said at a point in time in her life she started seeing people as chess pieces.
It's obvious.
I don't know, probably Judith.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. You just have to guess the most popular female. Yeah. So I have some crazy questions. Yeah.
Anyways, that is all for the trivia section, and that is how we wrap up the show. Congratulations for the 1.5. We put it on the highest points tally for the year. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us for this podcast, and thank you again. Should I call you? Well, is it Candidate Master?
It's not yet official. It's not yet official. I think at the end of January, right? Or at the end of January.
Yeah, expecting the February list.
February. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So potential Candidate Master, Dr. Kwabena Adu-Poku, thank you so much for your time and for joining us as well, and for dealing with us as well. Thanks as well for being there, because you are my co-host. Why am I even thanking you as if you're a guest? You are my co-host. Anyways, guys, again, if you are interested in getting a chess coach who is 1,300 rated, check the description below and call up my bro. PMChess is here for you as well. And yeah, we'll catch you next time. Next time we're bringing you the GCA president. He has a lot to answer for.
Yeah.
Just kidding. We're just coming for a conversation.
Yeah, so guys, don't worry. Soon I'll be very, very high rated because I have a training session with Adu-Poku on Monday. He said he would train me, so I have a training session with him on Monday. And yeah, so give me 2 months. I'll be highly rated, and you can trust me in
Okay, fine. 2 months to what rating?
In 2 months I'll be 2300. What do you mean?
You're going to train this guy to 200, 300. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thanks so much. We'll catch you next time. This has been Talking Chess on the PMChess channel. My name is Miguel Hobson. I am the pen of PMChess, and that my co-host has been
Mason from PMChess as well. Mason from PMChess. You know, I didn't expect you to pass it on to me like that. You know, I was there and I was like, okay, he's just about to end the show. And I was like, okay. So yeah, I'm Mason from PMChess. I handle streaming and the YouTube channel. He handles the socials and the forums. And that's the forums? Sorry, blog aspect of things. And that has been Adu-Poku.
Yeah.
But see, I like how you call him Adu-Poku instead of adding the doctor. He went hard to get that title, you know.
Yeah, once he beats me in an official tournament game, I'll give him the doctor title because I've never faced him over the board before. Yeah, so.
wait, Adu-Poku, you've not faced him over the board?
I've never faced him over the board before. The first time I met Adu-Poku was the first time I ever what do you call it? What's the word? The first time I ever represented Legon at the Team Chess Championship. And when we came there, the first thing someone said is, do you want to know a very strong chess player? I said no. He said, you see that quiet boy over there? That's a sign of a chess player. So I went to him and I was like, I heard you're the top chess player in KNUSD, and he laughed. I don't think you remember that Adu-Poku. We played it at the
I do not.
You don't remember? Yeah, it was the first team championship I ever played in. So until he beats me over the board, I'll not call him doctor.
What has doctor got to do with it? If you told me that, I will call him candidate to master. I'll be like, okay, sure.
I'm the chess doctor, so he has to beat me to get the title.
Thank you so much, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.
Peace.